Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, we real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, I'm dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. For me tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we afraid the fan base, hit the links, amp your mace. We create the logo when there's airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars to shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Knicks real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it. Yeah, what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Knicks Real Talk, episode 19. We in the building, man. My partner in crime not gonna be in tonight, man. He out there on the grind, man. You know, got to make that money, man. Do what you got to do, man. Got bills, got to get paid, money got to get made. But anyway, I'm gonna be in here tonight, holding it down for a little while, man. So salute to everybody out there. Hope everybody had a good day. Everything is good. You know, we in here with me, man. About to talk some Knicks for the season, all that good stuff. So salute to everybody, man. Like I said, it's been a kind of off-season type thing going on, so you already know what it is. Ain't too much going on, but we try to stay informed and keep you informed by creating some content to give to the people. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Will, what's the deal? Johnny, what's popping? Knicks are nice. You already know. CAA affiliate Fabian, my man. Salute to you. What's good, everybody? But yeah, man, I'm gonna have a good one tonight, man. I got some things to talk about. I think it'll be really, really good for us to get into, man. It should be interesting. The season's about to come upon us, as y'all know. Shit about to start setting sail pretty soon, man. We got training camp coming up in about 2 weeks, so you like that shit about to ride. Hopefully we don't see nothing catastrophic happening with the Knicks. There won't be no Titanic thing happening. But other than that, man, I think we're gonna ready to go ahead and get into training camp, you know, and get into it, man. You know, while we ready to get into training camp, we got guys who want to fill out the roster, who really want to make this team, man. That's one of the things I want to talk about tonight is I want that spot. That was one of the main topics on the thumbnail. I want to talk about I want that spot. Which one of these young guys gonna emerge as one of the guys who can fill in for Obi Toppin or make the roster, have an impact on the New York Knicks moving forward, you know, in this season, man. So I'm really looking forward to this one, man, because we've been talking about these guys since the summer. Guys like Dalen Wilder, Nathan Hunt, you know, Isaiah Roby, my sleeper, Jacob Toppin. So a lot of them guys we're going to talk about, man. The season is here, like Knicks and Knight said. So I'm really ready to get into it, man. It should be a fun one, man. But like I said, other than that, I said, Shaw Powell, he probably checking, knowing him, even though he out work, he's still working. So that brother, he is stepping here and holler at us in a minute. I'm quite sure of that when he get a break in the action. But yeah, man, the season almost here, man. What can I say? We got about 2 more weeks, man. Training camp about to kick in. It's going to be really going on, some battles going on in there and all that good stuff, man. They're going to be battling the training camp. I wish I could be that fly on the wall in training camp this year because you got guys who are hungry, guys who are trying to get something, you got guys who want something. You know, these young guys trying to make this spot, man. They trying to get in here and, you know, I say, I want to be a part of this thing that's going forward. So, like I said earlier, they want to be on the ship moving forward, man. I think these young guys come out with a lot of competition. They're going to be really getting into it, man. I'm really looking forward to the battle that's going to emerge in training camp with these guys and our veterans. Obviously, I think Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and RJ Barrett need to kind of take it slowly in training camp. I mean, put your work in, but you just got to finish playing FIBA the whole summer. So we don't want you to be like Evan Fournier coming in with them tired legs and all that good stuff, man. So y'all take it easy, but it's going to be really a battle out there. Hey, Quiet Money, what's popping, my man? Salute to you. What's good, Quiet Money? Darren, what's popping with you as well? But yeah, it's going to be an interesting training camp, and we got a lot of guys that want to get in there and really have an impact on this thing, man. Because like I said, it was like I want that spot with one of them, and the other one was 9 plus 11 plus 30. Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Jalen Brunson. Them jersey equal 50 numbers, so that's gonna be 50 wins for us. Can Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and the rest of the crew match the numbers on their jersey? 9, 11, and 30. 50, give us 50 wins. That's what I'm looking for, man. So I thought we'd have a good one tonight with that, man. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fun and hard, a fun season, but a hard season, but fun. I think these cats come out and get it popping, like we always say. You know, we some positive Nick guy there. We love our team. We really talk about a lot of the positive things that go on with Nick. We don't dwell on too much of the negative. We know the negative is this, but we leave that for other people. I like to dwell on the things that I think that have that's real positive about our team, and you know, that's how I get down, man. I'm Mr. Positive all the way around. So I do like a lot of things that could be positive for this team. And I do believe this team gonna come out there and go hard, just like they did last year. Like I said, last year I had 45 wins. They dropped 47. You know what I mean? So I was feeling I felt this team from the Jalen Brunson acquisition and all that. And I think this team they come in a little bit more focused this year. I mean, like I said, I do think they win more games than they won last year. I think just by addition and subtraction. You know what I mean? You brought another key player like DiVincenzo. Wasn't a major move, but was a good enough move. It wasn't minor, but it wasn't major neither. We brought DiVincenzo in here to help bolster that guard spot. We got a lot of guard. We guard heavy in New York for sure. But then, you know, we lost Obi Toppin. That's the only pretty major thing. So that's why I said this topic that I want to talk about here, which one of these four guys that we're going to speak about can make an impact and on the Knicks that maybe take Obi Toppin's role and flourish with it. And there's guys, a couple of names out there that really do I think that can make it happen. You know, so I want to definitely get into that, man. We can start that topic off, man, for sure, because I think that's gonna be a good one. A lot of you guys know these guys, you know, much as I do. So you guys can also fill in with your knowledge and keep me in tune with what you think about who will emerge as the Knicks sleeper. That's what I want to get into, because we got some guys here, and I'll put their names up and I'll put them up there, man. And we talk about these guys, man. And because I do think some of them are gonna have an impact, possibility if they make the team. We'll start, you know, let's start with Isaiah Roby, guys. What do you guys think about Isaiah Roby? Interesting dude. I want to know what you guys think about him, because I'll tell you what I feel about him. I like his game. I like what he brings to the table. You know, up and down some league, coming off an injury in February. That's why he couldn't even play in the season with the Knicks last year, because he got injured in February. But now he got a chance to now. He got a chance to come in here and do what he do. He hopefully he go in here. Look, here go the man number 4 points a game, 7 in his career though. 7 points a game in his career, 4 points last year. Like I said, injured in February. I know that. 4 rebounds in his career, 1.4 assists. PER 13.5, above one a couple of guys that I need. I ain't gonna mention their names, but his PER is better than someone who need to get him up. So, but you look at the cat, 25 years old, got a $2 million contract with the Knicks in 2023. So you know, I really like what he was doing in summer league, man. He can shoot the ball well from outside. You know, he got a good side on his body. He can kind of play down in the middle. He's one of them guys that I'm really intrigued. I'm really dying to see what's going to happen when training camp come. How bad he wanted to. Obviously, he went from San Antonio. You know, he had 2 trips. This might be that spot where he need to find the land his foot on the ground and say, you know what, I'm gonna come here this year healthy. Now that I'm healthy, coming off of injury in the summer, prior to the summer, when the end of the season, maybe he can go out there and perform. Let's see. I like either. I like what I've seen in training camp. I thought he was doing some good things, especially with somebody who not been playing, not had been playing. Part of me since February. So he coming in the summer league from February to now without playing basketball. So we get in summer league. You can see a little bit of rust, but you also will see some good things that he was doing. He's the guy. He got a chance to play that. They take that backup power forward spot. You know, so he got to go out there and fight Nathan Wright. Knight. Excuse me, for that spot. And you know, Jericho Sims gonna want to be a part of that. You know, so I really want to see what this cat gonna do in summer league, man. I like his game. He can shoot that ball. He can stretch that floor. And he can pound in the inside a little bit. I'm hoping that his agility gets better because of that ankle injury, like I said, prior to summer league. If we do that, I like Isaiah Roby. What you guys think about him, man? And would you guys like to see this cat be the backup power forward and get the minutes? What you guys think, man? Because like I said, Knicks got a pretty deep team. And they go pretty deep down there. You know, if you look at Isaiah Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, Jericho Sims, Julius Randle. Now that who's that fifth guy? Can he be that fifth guy? Can he be that guy that say, I need 15 minutes or I need 13 minutes or whatever to help Julius Randle out? Do you think this cat can be that guy? My man Nixon Knight said that Knight will play center. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, especially with Jericho Sims and Harkenstein, and obviously he'd be that third guy. I'm assuming because we know Mitchell Robinson and Harkenstein got that lock. You know, what I mean that last year they was spending like 24 minutes apiece almost. So I said they pretty much him and Harkenstein was that's why Jericho Sims didn't even get no burn down there because if you look at they minute numbers, I think they was about the same Harkenstein. So I don't know where it's gonna be space and time at these certain positions. I think the only one that's available to me is who's going to back up Julius Randle. So I think this power forward spot going to be interesting for a backup if Tibbs decide to go 10 deep. If he stretches to 10 deep, and then so that means somebody like what he normally does because that's been his model since he's been a coach. The backup guard replaces the backup point guard. The backup shooting guard replaces the backup shooting guard. If the small forward go out, the small forward go in. Vice versa, you know, especially when he got the talent. You know what I mean? So, you know, RJ played a lot of the four last year because obviously something wasn't clicking with that second unit. They needed another starter, and they had sometimes with them. So, but you know, now I think with the acquisition of Diva Chill and all these guys, and you know, Hart going to be here a whole year, it kind of changed the dynamics of that fourth spot to me. If you go back to 10-man rotation, like which he just started at the beginning of the season, does Isaiah Roby have an opportunity to go in there and make some minutes? We'll see. You know, it's going to be interesting. We'll see. But he's one of the guys I hope you go in there and training can have a good training camp because the competition makes you better. So hopefully he get to go compete against these guys and say, you know what, Knicks want to keep him here. We'll see, man. But I think he going to definitely have an opportunity to do what he got to do. And if he does that, then, you know, he'll be okay. But, you know, another guy we all talked about earlier, obviously, is Nathan Knight. We all got to think about Nathan Knight. The Cats, you know, you look at he got size. I meant to put up Isaiah Roby's stats. I apologize. I'll go back to that later and I'll put up his stats. But the Cat's 6'10. He only averaged 3 points a game in his career, 2 rebounds, but he got a 15.6 PER higher than Roby's. You know, only don't barely get assists, not even near one. But the Cat is only he's 25. He's 25 years old, 2 years older. He's about 2 years older than Roby. So here's another guy, 25 years old, been with Minnesota, you know, been through what he had to go through. Does he have a chance to take a spot out there? I hear some guys here like him. You know what I mean? I didn't get to see him play a lot because, you know, Minnesota's Minnesota, and I'm an 82-game Knicks dude. So, but from what I hear, the Cat can play pretty good. You know, he's decent. You know, that's the reason why they on the contract that they're on too, because they haven't whether they might be opportunity or their skill set haven't caught up to them yet where they should be on there getting $10, $11 million. These guys are coming here on hope to make the team type contract, you know, some non-guaranteed or it's barely minimum money. So let's see if this cat can establish himself, you know, knowing that he comes from Minnesota with Rojas was out there, Tibbs was out there, family affair. You know how it go. These guys probably seen something in him. But he was undrafted, you know, undrafted guy, William and Mary. But 6'10", 253, I love a guy like that. That's why I think he could be, if he got the skill set that everybody talk about, he could be important too because that side, that's 6'10". If he could play defense and stretch the floor, and do the thing that we need to do from 6'10", I think he'd be okay. Let's look at what he did for us, man. His numbers, they're pretty decent. You know, nothing to sneeze at. But his career wise, 71% foul shooter. 3-point attempts percent career 0. I don't get that percentage 0. You know, so I don't know. What does he have? I never seen the guy play. I don't know. These numbers don't tell me too much because it's not to go off of 9 games, 37 games, 33 games. And 2021 and 37 games, he was sitting over 50% from the field, almost 51%. 3%, 30% from downtown. Foul tech ain't too bad, 73. Rebound numbers ain't bad neither. So he's another guy, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at all his stats, if this guy had the opportunity to go in there and try to get something going with these guys, man, I don't know. That's another one I'm interested in seeing. You know, but I do think that this cat, he got to go in there and show and prove. He had to go in there and show and prove and let everybody know that, you know, what you've seen from me in my young career. But like I said again, ladies and gentlemen, he's 25. You think about it, he's 25. You know, with RJ 23. See, that's a different one. I think I said this the last stream about I get some of these guys that's good certain names, but some man they almost you about to go to your prime. You 25 years, 3 more years from now, you'll be in your prime, and you haven't scratched the surface. So this is a big year for guys like that who peace has got a lot wide. Salute, peace. Yeah, Roja did sound. Appreciate that Nixon nice. Yeah, he come from that tree, but like I said, guys, this is another chance for him. Are you going to be in the league or you not going to be in the league? You know what I mean? Because it's crazy, man, for these guys to be that old and haven't scratched the surface yet. Let's see how it goes. Shy Powers, what's pop on, man? Like I said, the brothers going to check in the building with us. So to my partner in crime, the other half of Knicks Bill Talk, Shy Powers, what's good? I know my man out there, like I said, the money don't get made, the bill don't get paid, so he out there grinding. Salute to my brother. But yeah, man, like I said, Nathan Knight, interesting, man. I like the size, 6'10". So he got to go in training camp and put it down too. You know what I mean? He got to put it down too because them cats fighting for that spot. Brian Knight from Syracuse. Okay. Yes, indeed. And that makes it even better. God knowing that he, represent the NYC, Syracuse. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. That's what it is. So he's a guy. Him and Isaiah Roby, they got to go out there and battle for that power forward spot. Because like I said, Tiz might go back to his normal. Not might. Like I said, other than last year, I see why he didn't go. He went 9. That's all he had to go with for a real competitive player the way he wanted to play. But if we go guard, 4, center, go to 10-man rotation. Let's see if one of these guys can crack the rotation and really make an impact on this team moving forward. Because right now, the way it looks, we go into the training camp so far. We still got a couple of weeks left. What we did with the summer, we brought in, like I said, DiVincenzo, Obi Toppin. That's all we really did. So these guys are the other moves that we made, under the radar ones. Not a lot of people will think about they're going to impact this team, but you never know. Because there's not a lot of weight on them. We're not asking them to come in here and be superstar. We just ask them to come in here, play 13 minutes here, 10 minutes here, grab a couple of rebounds, get up the points. Ain't no pressure. It's not no pressure. The pressure is on him to want to stay to be better at what they do. But if they can come in here and give Julius Randle a breather, and Isaiah Roby at night, and them cats can snatch down 3 rebounds in the process, get you 7 points or 7 points, because I think we locked in with the offense. Then it is what it is. So I don't think it's no big deal with that, man. And real talk. So let's hope one of these cats could do it. Like I said, the guy got 6'10", he got size. Here go another chance for him to have. He had another opportunity to come in. Knicks giving this guy opportunity to come in here to prolong your NBA career, prolong at least with the Knicks. Because like I said, sometimes when you look at these guys' age, they run out of time. He's 25 years old, 26, whatever. The cats, their time running out, man. So they got to go in there and really produce for themselves. 25 years old. And he'd be matter of fact, in 7 days, he'd be 26. He's born on 9/19. He born on 9/19. So what, another 7 days or something like that? The cat would be 26 years old. You get what I'm saying? So that's why, if you're going to make that move, y'all better make it now. You know what I mean? Because like I said, he's 20-some years old. And I think you got to really go out there and make it happen. But other than that, I like his side. I like what he could do. I haven't seen him play too much because, like I said, I don't see a lot of Minnesota basketball guys. I'm not locked in like that. It's Knicks all day, 24/7. But I do understand the NBA, so I do hear and do my research and everything like that. So we'll see how it goes with him, man. But and I think he got a chance to make it. But if he don't, it's understandable. You didn't step out when you needed to. But and I think that might, it can hurt him in the long run. Here's the next guy we want to talk about. Cat, like him as well, defense-minded cat. Dalen Wilder. Wilder, obviously came out there with Cleveland, drafted a man, cleared 3 points a game and things of that nature. But he got some he got some intangible that I like about him. He plays defense, and he came out knowing that he was a good ball shooter. So he's a guy that I think got a chance to 6'6". We pretty got that position locked up for that height, but we'll see, because it's like I said, the fighting the dog, not the dog. It's not how big he is, the fight he got in him. But obviously, man, injury riddle career so far. Injury riddle. 47 games, 50 games, 31 games in 2020, 50 games in 2021 season, 2022 season, 41 games. So he's not but the cat can get it though. I like what he could do. He just got to go in there. This is his opportunity now, man. If you don't, like I said, if you don't get it here, bro, I don't know what's going to happen. The rest you're going to be battling the rest of your career. You're going to take care of this opportunity and run with it with New York. You better take a chance of it, man. So I think that I'm looking at his numbers. He only haven't played a lot of games, ladies and gentlemen. He literally haven't played over 50 games in the first 3 years of his career. So this might hopefully, if he come in healthy, first round pick number 26 by Cleveland 2019. So that means you've been in the league going on your fourth year. You got to show and prove. You know what I mean? I know you want to get a bag or something like that to get some money to prolong or at least stay in the NBA and do your thing. But this numbers is tough. You know what I mean? And you can't really the numbers. I can't really dispute the numbers the way I want to because he hadn't played them and he hadn't played enough. You know what I mean? He just haven't played enough. You know what I mean? And so I do think that that's the issue with me with that is that he just haven't played enough to get consistent rhythm. Basketball is a game of rhythm. You got to be consistently in the game to be in the game to do the thing. And he just haven't been there. But with some of his numbers, like I said, field goal percentage, the highest he had was 43%, 42%. That's not bad from the floor. 33% from downtown. He's a good free throw shooter. And he's a good defender too, and that's why I think the Knicks also bought him because the cat can defend the basketball. He's pretty gritty on that side of the ball, man. We know what the Knicks gonna bring in. They bring in cat, other than Brunson into the fullest, but and Randall and these cats, Tom Thibodeau bring cats in here who can defend. A lot of him, DiVincenzo, he bringing in defenders. Who also can play both sides of the ball. I guess what I'm trying to say. So we had to see this guy. Out of all the guys I spoke about, I like him, but with the way this roster is built, not because of his talent. The way the roster is built, I can see that. I can see that Knicks is nice. He's definitely being third string, and it's good to have guys there. Because let's say one of our guys go down for a period of time, or you need guys like him to come in here and get it done. He's 26 years old. I'll go back to it again. He's 26 years old. You know what I mean? So it ain't like he no baby, so that helps because he's not like 18. He's not 19. No knock against youngsters. I'm talking about in this situation where the Knicks are trying to go. Like I said, Roby 25, my man 25, him 26. Y'all see where I'm going with this? These guys is down there going to their prime. So and that's why I was early to episode 18 the other day. I was like, there's no knock on the young guys in the playoffs or that, but that's what these guys they looking for experienced guys who they don't have to teach too much, especially with the way they're going right now. If this was like 3 years ago, then it'd be a different story. But the way this team is built right now, looking to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, whatever the case may be. They're not bringing in no guys who just like 18 to try to develop them. They got them already. They got a Deuce McBride and a Jericho Sims. They got all of them. So I think the guys these ages like 26, 25, they got experience. They've been in the league. And I think that's what the Knicks are trying to put with the guys that they got already in that rotation to build this team out. It's some experienced guys, man. And I think that's what it is. So a Knicks affiliate, Pud co-signing them down. Pud with him, I'm with him. Let's hope he can go in there and get a poppage, Pud, because that's really what it's about. It's about going to training camp. And let me salute my man Nice. Nice was popping long time, long see. I'm glad to see you in here. That way I know you're still alive. You're doing well. Salute my man Nice, man. Salute to you, Colorado, in the building for sure. Salute to everybody else in the chat, man. Quiet Money, Piece of the God, Law Wise, Knicks and Nice, everybody. Shaw Powell's in the building for a minute. But Dallin Wilder, another opportunity. He got to go out there and get it done. He got to go out there and show and prove. Go in there and bust somebody butt in training camp. Like these guys, the only way you're going to get it, you go in training camp, let Tom Thibodeau know, I'm going to get somebody to business that he can put his eye on you. If you don't bust nobody butt in training camp, then they ain't, I don't know what to tell you. But let's hope that he go in there, have a good training camp, ball out, dog it out, and help them, help us to give himself a nice opportunity to get to this roster and make it happen. And I think that's what it is. So Julian, what's popping? JB, what's good, my man? Julian, good to see you. Real talk. But them three guys, they got an opportunity to make it. They do. I think Nathan Knight and these guys and Roby and Wilder, they just got to go in there and show and prove. They got to go in there and go up against some dogs and make it happen. That's the only way I see them really getting on this roster. Because you got some sleepers out there. They some sleeping cats. But my man, I'm gonna tell you the next dude. I know this might be kind of like Exhibit 10 or whatever, but I think this guy, I watched some film of him last night, ladies and gentlemen, for about like 9 minutes. I messed around. So let me check some film out about this cat and see what he brings to the table. I never got to watch him in college at Kentucky neither. But Obi Toppin brother to me was interesting, man. I was watching some of his film last night and his highlights and things of that nature. The cat got some game with him. Now maybe it's on a collegiate level. I don't know if it translates to this level, but he do some things that's interesting to me. And one thing he got that his brother didn't have is the tenacity. And if you ever see his feelings and emotions in the basketball game, he like gritty, man. I mean, he like a passionate dude. He hollering or whatever, man. And that's what I wanted Obi Toppin to have. He didn't have that mean streak in him. It seems like his brother, his younger brother, got a meaner streak than him. Not saying he's better than him, but he had a meaner streak than him. And his numbers, through college, the first 4 years, Rhode Island, then he went to Kentucky 3 years in a row. I thought not because I seen them. If he is Darren, then I apologize because I did see him on a Knicks team page on MSG with him on there. But if he did, then I guess it's relevant. I guess unless they just release him on Exhibit 10 to do something else, I don't know. But if it is, I'm not sure. If that's the case, then then it's irrelevant. But if he was here, I liked what I seen from him the other day. I mean, his inside game is different. He does play more like he got a power forward type of game in the middle. He's not scared to go down and mix it up in the paint. He got floaters in there. He got shots in there. So I liked him. I really did, man. I thought, I wish they would have at least brought him to camp. You know what I mean? But I thought this guy was what I seen last night. He got some intangibles that'll work in the NBA. He really does. He got some intangibles that'll work in the NBA. But like I said, his age is a suspect too. You know what I mean? But he's 23, so you come into your rookie year in the NBA at 23 years old. I like Obi Toppin, whatever. And so it's instant. I like me too, man. Julian, I watched that boy last night. I thought he could have some. I thought he can go in there and play. This cat literally could get it from 3 dimensions on the floor. He's not a great 3-point shooter. He only take the highest attempts in the season 2, but he can hit it. You know what I mean? But he got some work with him, man. He can score on a break. He can score down in the foul line area around that key and everything down below the key. He got shots down there. He got the athleticism. Got a nice little stroke, man. I thought this cat was gonna I don't know if the Knicks they release him. I don't know if they could bring him back, but they don't. It must have been a favor for a favor. I don't know. You know what I mean? With the Toppin situation. But I liked him, man. I was hoping this cat stick around, man. I want to see him in training camp. I thought that this cat got some. I like his tenacity. I always said Obi Toppin just needed to have that. With his brother, got that, man. This cat, he a passionate. He got that aggressive to him. He got that tenacity, everything, man. So, but he was one of the guys I was hoping that was going to stick around and try to go in a training camp and put something together and help the Knicks out. I thought he would have had he would have been a good dude for that. Just with the spirit of competition. Okay, yeah, he said it gave Scap. Yeah, I want to see what he's gonna do. That's another thing. Knicks are nice. Scap about 7 foot, something like that. But he was doing it in the summer league as well, so he wasn't too bad there. So we'll see. There's a couple of guys that's out there that I'm thinking that could go in there and have an impact with the Knicks and try to make something happen that power spot. But you still got Jericho Sims out there. See what his year going to be about, man. He's another guy that's on a nice little $2 million deal. The Knicks going to Tiz Blackman. That's why they read up that contract. I guess they kept it. So let's see. Deuce McBride, tough situation. Young guy, third point guard. We got 5 guards already down there counting. DiVincenzo, Grimes, quickly. Jalen Brunson and them. So now that it's just tough with my man Deuce McBride. He's one of them guys that just, his defense is elite. Offense splits is not good over his career, 33, 28, 60-something. So I think he definitely got to, if he want to make this roster from an offense standpoint, he's going to really have to step his game up on the offense. But at the same time, he's not getting the opportunity neither. You know what I mean? Let's not get it confused. The numbers probably could be better with more rhythm, more time, more, and all that good stuff. So it's not about he's not talented. It's just he's in a bad situation with a team that got guards like the way we have it. You know what I mean? We really got guards out there, So, it's always been tough to do some Bride. with the mergers quickly over the last couple of years, to bringing in Jalen Brunson. He just never cracked that. You know what I mean? He never cracked that. So that was tough for me. Julian said, I saw he had mental issues as far as confidence. I saw a piece of him from Kentucky. He said okay. Yeah, man. If you overcome that, JB, he be good to go. But I like that dude, man. Real talk, man. I think he'll make it in this league for sure. Because why he know his brother there, he probably want to do the same thing that his brother did. So might not be on an elite level, but I do think he'll find a way to get to the NBA. And I do believe that. So yeah, man, it's gonna be. And I can't forget my man Jalen Martin. I can't forget Martin. Martin, like he's another tough situation. Martin, you know what I mean? The young guy. Look who we got. He on a team with a bunch of loaded guards. We got loaded guards down there. The guys like Martin and Grimes, they be. You don't want them to become the Frank Ntilikina of the world, and not only Frank, but all the guys who just can't crack that. You know what I mean? That's that rotation, man, the way they need to. So it's tough for these guys, man, especially when you got a team like the Knicks fighting for a championship. They got championship aspirations, at least getting there. So I'm hoping that these guys, they paying something out. He is, man. He legit. He is legit. Him, like I said, him and Deuce Bride. That's what I kind of love. What Tibbs do. You got Deuce Bride and Jalen Martin on the floor. With some of them guys we got on the defense, like Jalen Martin, Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride. I mean, come on, them some good defenders. So I hope to be that one of these times in the season, ladies and gentlemen, where we need to stop. And blah blah blah. And I got all these extra defenders. I don't care who won that court. They're not a defender. You need to start putting a defender in. And so if Jalen Brunson not there, I need you to sit down for 10 seconds. I'm gonna put one of these cats in here on the defense side of the ball. And I think that's one thing I would like to see Tibbs take advantage of this year. Especially at the beginning of the season, knowing that Brunson and these guys played in the FIBA World Games. You know what I mean? So they laid thing gonna be 100%. So that would be interesting, man, to see. But guys like Jalen Martin, but that brother, that's a Charlie Ward disciple. I know he got I know he got it mentally and physically inside, man. I know this cat. Charlie Ward is one of the best to do it in New York on that side of the ball, man. So let's get it. Zodiac Z, what's popping? Zodiac Z from Missouri in the building. Missouri, salute to you. Salute to everybody in the chat. Nick one day today. Man, salute to everybody, man. Julian, my man. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. But yeah, man, that's what I just want to get with that one, man. Talk about them young guys, because I do think some of them got a chance to really try to make this thing happen. We got a deep team, man. We got a deep team. I mean, Nick literally got 10 guys who are going to play, no question. And you got 5 guys who would love to have playing time, but might not even get it. You know what I mean? They might not even get it because we that deep of a team. You know what I mean? So on that note, that's why I brought up the next subject, topic of the show, man, because I thought it was going to be important. Can the big three and the crew deliver 50 wins? 9, 11, and 30. RJ, Randall, and Jalen Brunson. 9, 30, 11 equals 50. With the rest of the crew on them jerseys, can y'all deliver 50 wins in the MSG this year? Had 47 last year, could have won more. Free throw shooting, injuries, you never know. But NBA got better this year, just like we got better. We didn't get major better. We got better enough. I do think that. So can Tom Thibodeau bring this team he got right now in to the season with a chance of winning 50 games? There's a lot of variables to it. A lot of things got to go a certain way. Like my man Nick Nice said, man, hit that like, subscribe button, man. Y'all run them up with a thumbs up for your peoples, man. Y'all know what it is. We dropping these jewels up in here. Devon, Shop Howard, my man, salute to you. I know you out there grind. I'll see you on the next episode. Yeah, I know, man. I'm saying this is scary. A lot why I don't want to bring on topic, but I'm scared. He got to get it together for sure. But yeah, man, can this team deliver? I think they can. I'm optimistic, but I'm optimistic with knowledge too. I don't be saying it as a fan just because I'm a homer. No, I do my research and make sure that this feeling that I got inside me is backed up by the actual facts and numbers. So that's what I try to do on this show. I know, there's some negative sides of the game, but hey, I try to pinpoint the best things about the Knicks because we get so much negative out there. I just get tired of hearing it. So let me try to be that one show, that one platform that try to give us a good side of the Knicks for a change. Because if you go on X or the hashtag AKA Twitter, I guess it just negative darts. I mean, hey, we leave that for the people who not fans, but we don't need no Knicks fans spitting darts at them all the time. So for me, Knicks Bill Talk, I try to keep it a little bit righteous and keep it positive about the Knicks, man, because they've been getting beat down for so long. It's crazy. But anyway, I do think this team is legit, though. I do think this team is legit. Like I said last year, I like the acquisition of Jalen Brunson. It's huge last year. It paid dividends 24-something, 24-6 or whatever, 5. Didn't make the All-Star. That's All-Star money right there. So him and Julius Randle really All-Star numbers. And even RJ's was borderline, could have been All-Star. So I do like that. I think we got 3 cats gonna go out there and every night gonna give you they 110 and try to will themselves to win with their talent and with their talent and their mental. Jalen Brunson, a big part of this thing, man. So them big 3 guys, that 9, 11, 30 number, them cats put it together. Yeah, I do think they get there, man. But a lot of other things gotta fall into place too. Injuries, better free throw shooting than the past year, just all around improvement from a team overall. Everybody gotta come in this season better. Just better. If you come in better than last year, you'll be better than last year. And like I said, 47 wins in the regular season and 4-2 in the playoffs, they nothing to sneeze at. They won a series, you know what I mean? So that's 53 wins, 53 wins total, 6 wins in the playoffs. So that was good money. It was good money for the Knicks, man. That was one of the better seasons we had in a long time, since 2020-21. But prior to that, 2012-13. So they came a long way, man. They kind of made us feel good about ourselves last year as a Knicks fan and all that. So we really got to go out there. I think they go get it though. I think they come out the gate better than they were last year. I know that. They won't be no 40 in the starting lineup. It won't be a lot of things that didn't go that way, man. I got you, my man. Salute to you, man. I know how it is, my brother. That's what it is. Good old Divine. That's true indeed, my man. You know how I do. But yeah, man, RJ looked good, man. Ain't got no rights of this, man. I don't know. I ain't never got no rights about our Knicks, man. I love every player on this team. I give them their flowers when they do right. I also give them that. I don't give them flowers they do, just like I do my children. You do good, I reward you. You don't do good, I'm going to holler at you. I do that with anything. That's his life. So yeah, RJ was on fire though. Listen, he was on fire in the playoffs last year. Listen, man, that we need that same RJ to come back. And the thing that's different in FIBA than there was, what? He had floor spacing. He had that's what's hindering RJ in New York is the floor spacing. You know what I mean? It's never about so much. Obviously, we know he came out of college. He couldn't shoot that great, but he's been working on that game ever since he came in the second year. 2020-21, he shot 40% from downtown. I'm good with RJ, man. You know me. I just seen all of the promo videos I put out about RJ level 1. Go do the research on Knicks history. See the RJ different levels video content I put out that I made. But I'm good with RJ one way or the other, man. I have no problem with no Knicks player out there. I think the New York Knicks ain't got a problem with him. I don't have a problem with him. All our guys, I love every one of them guys, man. I think they good guys. They go hard. And and that's what it's about. It's about going there. The Knicks gave them guys a contract to produce. We fans, we're gonna critique them. We're gonna critique them. Regardless of who or what. I critique Julius Randle when he acted the fool. I critique Brunson if he ain't doing it right there. Yo, dude, you had a sloppy game today. For some reason, you didn't have your shit popping today. That's not being negative about it. That's the truth. You had a bad game. So I make sure I be, I don't try to straddle the fence about saying nobody can never be wrong. No, them guys as human beings, they stink up the joint sometimes. But let's hope they all come out here and get it popping this year. That's what I want to see. I want to see every Knicks player come into this season and get it popping. I want to see the Knicks get to that third round. That's what I'm looking for the Knicks to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's just what I'm looking for. Whether they get there remains to be seen. But I think this team that good, and if they could do that, man. So let's just hope that they go out there and play hard. Give it what they got. But I do think these 3 guys, our three main guys, can get us there. And I think last year, like in the past season, like I said, if Julius Randle would not got hurt in the playoffs, it could have been a different outcome. It could have. Because I don't think, to me personally, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and I don't think they team, to me, they might have been better than from an experience standpoint, but talent-wise, I thought the Knicks had just as much talent as they did in Miami. And I think if Quickly would have if he didn't come up short in the playoffs, which is understandable, young guy, I get it, had a great regular season, running 6 man of the year, but we needed Quickly in the playoffs. Just like we needed Grind. Grind defense was special in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but we needed these guys to come into the big time and show improvement. They didn't. You know what I mean? And there's no knocking. They, like I said, the young guys are young guys. You know what I mean? And that's all it is. And sometimes you got to grow with the spirit. And that's what the playoffs is about. I guarantee it won't happen this year because they got a taste of that. Now won't be no shortcomings with them because they're like, okay, I was in this situation last year. I learned from it, and I do think that's what's going to happen. I think that certain things got to go a certain way for us to get to that 50-win season. Well, number one, I think the injuries cannot be there. We got to stay injury free. Mitch Robinson played 59 games last year, ladies and gentlemen. We need him 70 games. You know what I mean? All our guys lost some games sometimes. My man Quentin Grimes had a couple of stints on the IR. Randall had a stint on the IR. RJ had a stint on the IR last year with that thumb. Brunson had a little stint on the IR. So we had a lot of guys that was on the shelf for a minute. Not long minutes, but a week or 3 weeks. Most of them might have been a month. We had some guys out there. So, but no matter what happens, whether these guys, no matter what happens, whether it's trade deadline or not, I still think no matter if this Knicks make a trade or not, this still is a 50-win team. Now, if they make a trade at the deadline and get better, then okay, now we talk about something different. But as properly constructed going into the regular season, the training camp and all that, I think DiVincenzo will give a spark to the Knicks. He got some intangible that we didn't have on that team last year. He got more confidence in Deuce McBride. He's a winner. He's been there, champion on every level. You know what I mean? So that's important to have on the Knicks. Jalen Brunson in his second year, not his first year. Now the Knicks coming back into the season with knowing how Jalen Brunson play basketball now. You know what I mean? And I think that cat gonna pay dividends. Knicks tonight, I think Senzo gonna be asleep, but they're gonna be surprised, man. This cat can play some ball. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about like a superstar, but the cat got the game to play in New York. The Knicks fans gonna love Senzo. The big ragu they gonna love him in there because he go out there, he play hard, man. And I think that's just gonna be huge coming out the gate with him and Josh Hart. Last year we came out the gate with no Josh Hart. We came out the gate with no DiVincenzo. We came out the gate with Evan Fournier. We came out the gate with these guys, and they just didn't have it from the side of the ball that Tibbs needed them to kind of have it on. So I'm a bit not too much worried about this team coming into this year. I think they'd be better than last year getting out the gate. Other than maybe hopefully Randall, I'm hoping that he's 100% when he get out of training camp going into the regular season with the ankle. I'm hoping these guys like Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and RJ don't get no what I say weak legs because they played all summer long. You know what I mean? If they can sustain and get away and don't get caught up in that, I think we come out the gate pretty good. Continuity is there, chemistry is there. Everybody played together the past season, other than DiVincenzo, everybody on the Knicks was there. So there's not going to be a continuity issue for what I can see, and chemistry issue. I just think it's going to be more better because I just think that now Jalen Brunson gets to know these guys much better he did his first year. So when he got signed, where they had a training camp and they went to play. You still don't get to learn your guy that much in training camp. Sometimes it take a while to learn your players and learn how guys move and all that. So I think Jalen Brunson coming into the second year and knowing and understand that he built a team a whole season, he pretty much understands Tom Thibodeau's playbook. I think it makes a difference. That's why I'm sticking with that 50. I'm sticking with that 50. I know the East is going to be the East. They got some good teams out there, a lot of good teams, man. But we good too. So let's see how it goes. Nick Yak had 1.3 steals a game. That's what I mean, Nick Yak. Them 1.3 steals could turn into a 2-point play, a 3-point play, a game-changing situation. That's why I'm hyped about him as well, Nick Yak. Them things right there, the way he hits the passing lanes. He got a good eye for the ball. You know what I mean? Like bloodhound type thing, whatever. He sniff it right on out. You know what I mean? So I'm really, really excited about DiVincenzo. And he got a nice little contract, so he know he ain't out there playing for a contract. He know he got his contract, so all he got to go out there and do is ball out. That's what's interesting about that, ladies and gentlemen. I bring that up because of this here. No trade talks so quickly yet, far as I know. The Knicks and them haven't engaged in trade talks with Emmanuel quickly. You got a plethora of guards. He's gonna want closer with Josh Hart got him more. So that's another scenario that we got to keep an eye on is, Emmanuel quickly. Where does he fit in? Listen, the NBA, the NBA recognized him and quickly. I just want to put Nick one today that they put him up there the runner up for six man of the year. You got over 400 some guys in the NBA, and you got 20 or 30 of them that's all stars and all that. After that, he was voted to one of the major categories in the NBA. Second runner up to six man of the year. So obviously, it doesn't matter how he might feel about him as fans, the association of voting him there, not the fan. I mean, not us guys. So they, like I said, he got, I love quickly because he came through. He came here as a young man out of Kentucky, 25th pick, ladies and gentlemen. He won the third pick. He won the ninth pick. He won the 10th pick. He was the 25th pick. And the cat worked his way, learned the NBA. He coming from the DMV down East Coast basketball for me all day, every day. The cat came down here, came to the Knicks in his rookie year, and when he first got here, what was a 3-point shot in the floater? Came in the second year, defense got better, got a little bit more in his arsenal from an offense standpoint. Then he catapulted it to another year. The next year, he went from 11, then he 15 points a game? That's elevation. Better defense. So the man got better every year he been in the NBA, and even though much as we beat RJ up, he even got better every year he came in the NBA. 14 in his rookie year, 17 the next year, 20 last year, 19 points up this year. But obviously we know the only thing that's hindering him is his shooting percentage. And we knew coming out of college, RJ wasn't a good shooter, but he did get better every year since he became a Knick. Quickly got better every year since he came a Knick. These guys get better every year under Tom Thibodeau because they putting in the work. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that about these guys, man. They do come here and they're professionals. They go hard. Knicks paid them a lot of money to do the job they do. And they go out there and try to do the best they can to do it. I think our guys got a lot of fighters on our team. They got to work every all season, man. Quickly work every all season. And the reason why people they like not only us, even Sean the video talking about second round of league talking about should the Knicks don't wait to sign him because if he going to free agency and that's restricted, then next thing you know, somebody can get him a fourth, or if he's gonna get traded at the deadline. I like it, man. Quickly, I like guys who just get better. I just want guys to get better. That should be your ultimate goal in life, but to get better, whatever you do. These cats go get better at it, man. This cat putting in work out there. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be interesting with him. That's why I bought the DiVincenzo signing, just due to the fact, quickly, you talking about the money that you might want to get. Well, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting. Knicks haven't started negotiating. Will they? I'm quite sure they probably will, but they might not do it. They might let them go into free agency and see if somebody really want quickly that much and giving that type of money. The Knicks might say, well, let's see what they're gonna do. Let's let them get out there and see who's willing to give him the money that he asked for, and then we'll see if we want to counter it. That's what I think they're gonna happen. Do they want to go with a luxury tax right now because we're only like $4 million away from there? I don't know. So what y'all got to think about quickly, man. Do you think this cat get to be in a Knicks uniform for a longer period of time, or you think this might be? I thought him and Grimes would be two of the Knicks that they drafted would get extended to a deal. That's what I thought. I thought after RJ, Mitchell Robinson, they drafted these guys. They gave him a deal. Who else they gave a deal? They drafted Jericho Simmons so far, not a major deal, but they gave him one. And RJ, Mitch, and these guys they drafted and they gave him a deal. I thought Quickly and Grimes would be the next one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but in another couple of weeks or so, you'll know, because that's definitely going to be out there. It is, you know what, Nick, it's not about me, man. It's about the NBA. I don't care. It doesn't matter what I think. Quickly, the NBA chooses who Quickly is. I don't pay Quickly salary. I don't care how the Knicks think something. They value Quickly. The NBA think he was the runner-up 6 man of the year. So his skill set is being valued by the league, not by me and not by the people that are on the streams and everybody on. No, the NBA as a league values Emmanuel Quickly so much that they called him the runner-up 6 man of the year. That's it. Ain't nothing else to be said. You know what I mean? It ain't about us. It's about what they think. He don't play for us. He played for the Knicks and he played for the NBA. And if these guys recognize his talent, then I got to recognize his talent. If we smarter than them cat, then we should be out there doing what they doing. But they recognizing these guys, man. They recognize this guy as a run-up. They think he's worthy of that type of game. So I just think that we got to, also take that into consideration. That it's really not about, we can get feelings and emotions caught up in all these plays. That's what we're here to do. We judge our players. We fans. But them people out there in the real world, in the NBA circles, they not fans. That's a business, and they see the value of this guy. Because, like I said, can you imagine if we would have made a difference last year in the playoffs, and Julius Randle being hurt, and the men quickly having a good playoff could have changed the whole trajectory of that thing. Knicks would have beat Miami if Quickly would have had a good series, and Randle wasn't hurt. That was flipped, no question about it. So I mean, that shows you how important he is. Because if he wouldn't have had that little mini slump in the playoffs and got hurt, also, the Knicks might have been in the Eastern Conference Finals. Bottom line, that's just the way it goes. So I do think the cat got value to other people in the NBA. We'll see. We'll see next year. If the Knicks don't sign him in a couple of weeks, we'll see next year when he go on the free agent market. We're gonna see if the 29 other teams want him or who gonna pay him the money. I think that's just the way it goes. And I like what he did last year. The cat he could defend from one side of the court to the other. Him, Grimes, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart are gonna be a nightmare for teams. I'm telling y'all, they might be short, but DiVincenzo could defend. Quickly could defend. Grimes could defend. I mean, it's gonna be some how would I call them? They pesky. Let's put it like they're pesky. And these cats pick up the ball something from 48 feet to 94 feet, whatever, 96, whatever. So salute to my man Parrish. Was good, Parrish, Duggan, my man, salute. I just think that we got a bunch of nice young guys. Let's hope some of these guys come in here and pop in training camp. But I do think they will be a part of the 51 team. I'm just hoping that they get there, man. I got them looking at the Eastern Conference Finals. I'll call mine early like I did last year. The past season. I apologize. I keep saying last year, the past year, but the past season. I like this team, man. I like the continuity. I like the chemistry. I like Mitchell Robinson. If Mitchell Robinson played for 59 game, Knicks will be a good team. Matter of fact, the FIBA wish they had Mitchell Robinson. That's how important I think he's gonna be for the Knicks this year. If he can stay healthy and get past that 59 game limit he played the past season, get up to 70 games, Mitchell Robinson should have been anchoring that thing in FIBA. They probably wouldn't have lost the way they did. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it's gonna be. If that boy come back ahead and give me 70 games, Mitchell Robinson, Knicks gonna be good. Because man, that FIBA thing, the offense rebounding that rim, and especially a FIBA where you could take it off the rim. Could you imagine Mitchell Robinson was playing for the Team USA with that athleticism, that size, and the way he could play the rim on that in that place? It'd been crazy, though, And I think, believe it or not, let's talk out here that they got him might be asleep and play for the big team. In the Olympics, you're gonna have LeBron and all of them there. It would not shock me if Mitchell Robinson was down there. You know what I mean? For what they don't need him to score the ball in FIBA. Not Mitchell Robinson. They just need him to block shots, rip rebounds down, alter shots in the paint, and all that stuff. And he does that shit good. So I hope he get there with LeBron and them. That'll only gonna make his game better. He goes to the Olympics with LeBron and them. When he come back to New York that next year with all that knowledge around him, all that skill around him, Mitchell Robinson gonna be something. So another one, our good 36 round draft pick, coming out of high school for the Knicks. 5 years, got his bag. The Knicks taking care of these boys, man. That's why if they don't pop, it ain't the Knicks' fault. They taking care of their play. They took care of RJ. They took care, even if they're gonna trade him, don't matter. They took care of them. They took care of Mitchell Robinson. They taking care of these guys, man. They took care of Julius Randle. All these guys, they taking care of them. They doing what they do. You know what I mean? I got to give the organization flowers. So let's see if they take care of Quentin Grimes, that they stand true to what they do. I like this team, though. I do. They ain't got the household superstar names, but you can have one or two good superstars, but I don't mean their whole team is good. You know what I mean? Just because you got two superstars don't mean your whole team is good. You just got two superstars. The Knicks got a good team. They just got a good team. They showed and proved it last year. Let's see. But I like this team. I like the starting five. I don't know what that two guard spot gonna translate to with Quentin Grimes, and DiVincenzo, and all them, and Hart and all this stuff. But I'm good with Quentin Grimes there. He spread the floor, get the floor open for the Knicks. I think he's gonna have a pretty decent season. He get to come into the season at the beginning of the season ready to roll. You know what I mean? He literally, hopefully, if he don't get injured, he'll be able to come up into the season starting. Opposed to last year, he missed because of the foot injury. He was out for the first 3 weeks or something like that. He missed quite a few games. Then he finally got his groove back when Tom Thibodeau said, Evan Fournier, you got to sit down. And my man took over, and they went from there, and they got to the playoffs. So let's see how it goes. I'm really interested about this thing. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to y'all. I'm glad y'all up in here with me, man. You hold it down with my man, holding my man Shot Powers down. He out there on his grind. But I'm in here with the chat and everybody, man. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, run amok with him and all that good stuff. Knicks is only a couple of weeks away from training camp, man. It's about to be popping, man. The season's about to be here. About to be here, man. We make reason why it seems that fast because we played deeper in the playoffs. We didn't go home in April, we home in May. So hopefully next year we can go home down there in June. And the season will be even more faster getting to the next year. So I'm looking for these boys to get it popping, though. I'm looking forward to really get it fun in New York, man. It's gonna be a fun season in New York, man. And let's hope it. And we'll see how it goes, man. But don't make no mistake about it. He was, and that was disappointing a lot wise because JJ is a good defender. He that a good shot blocker, but he don't rebound like Mitchell Robinson though. That's why I think some people get caught up in a lot of guys shooting talent. They can shoot from deep. They good. They shoot, but Mitchell Robinson literally, not us again. Let me go back to reference. The NBA recognized this man as one of the best offense rebounders in the league. Not us, the NBA, his peers, the coaches, the executives. They know what the Knicks got down there, especially with that short team we got. We got a short point guard, average shooting guard size, average small forward, or small, and our power forward is undersized. Julius Randle only 6'8", 6'9". So Mitchell Robinson and them guys is not supreme defenders. Only Quentin Grimes. My man Brunson is not a supreme defender. RJ and Randall is not supreme defenders. And Mitchell Robinson has to hold all that down, him and Quentin Grimes. That's why people underestimate what that man can do. He altered the way people play basketball. When Mitchell Robinson is playing center, a lot of teams rely on shooting jump shots. That most of their game is predicated when you play the Knicks, and you know you can't just come down there dunking on people. Not with Mitchell Robinson on there. What did that make your team do? Adjust their offense. Now they got to say, we're going to start shooting jumpers. And that ain't a high percentage shot. That's why Tom Thibodeau defense is always ranked up there with Mitchell Robinson, because when you only going to wind up shooting jump shots a lot than going to the ball, trying to throw it down and get the finger rolls and get layups. Now with that boy down there, that's the impact that he had. And I think that's people don't look at that stuff. I'm not saying people don't, but some people forget that point about his game, that he changes the way people play offense. There ain't too many guys that can do that, you know what I mean, in the league. Because you know what Mitchell Robinson going to play at 9 out of 10 of the time. Mitchell Robinson playing down low. You ain't going to find Mitchell Robinson on a three-point line. You ain't going to find – no, Mitchell Robinson's job for the way the Knicks use him is down low, and teams know that. They know that. Look what he did to my man Jared Allen and Evan Mobley in the playoffs. You can't forget that. You cannot forget what he did to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He shut them boys down. I'm talking about Mitchell Robinson shut Evan Mobley and my man Jared Allen down in the playoffs. That's what people recognize him. You know, he might not be the gifted offense player, but if he ain't a double machine walking when he can be, Mitchell Robinson, I'm so glad that this gave us money. He's well deserved. Let's hope he can stay healthy. He's a big reason why this team defense is the way it is. Him and Grimes and these guys, and quickly, they play defense, man. And I like that. And I would love to see him get a little bit of offense game in his arsenal. I think Tibbs got to run at least 5 plays for the man. Throw the ball down there in the post to Mitchell Robinson and see what he's going to do with it. Whether he's going to get fouled, dunk on somebody, miss a shot, or throw it out to another guy, or kick it back out to a three-point shooter. I think they need to incorporate him a little bit more than often this year to get the ball inside out, not trying to go outside in, because I think defense is settled for that. You throw that ball down to Mitchell Robinson, if he ain't going to dunk it on you, or he ain't got a layup, or whatever the case may be, or he don't go up and you foul him because he's so tall, he's so athletic, that he can at least throw that ball back out there to them guys on the perimeter and see what they could do. So I think that's what I'm hoping, that he stay healthy this year, get a little bit more longevity for the season, for games, and I think the Knicks will be okay on that standpoint, man. That's what it is, man. I think these guys got a good team. I think Julius Randle comes back healthy and we get it popping. I think Randle, 24, 11, and 5, whatever the case may be, all NBA, all-star. That's what his peers voted him as. All NBA, all-stars, 400 guys in the league or something, whatever. Julius Randle was in the top 15 of them because his peers put him there. Not the fan base. The peers put him there. The coaches, the executive said Julius Randle last year was third team All NBA. So that means he had 5 on the first team, 5 on the second, 5 in the third. Out of 400 some players in the NBA, Julius Randle was rated one of the 15 best. 2 years. So I think forget all the stuff that you may see that he do, but you can't underestimate what his peers think about him. His peers think the boy is that good. So if he come back with another season like that, Jalen Brunson 24 points last year. And RJ just have an official year. If RJ just be official this year, I'm happy. I'm happy. Had a good FIBA, good world game. He had a good playoff for us last year. RJ carried us, and him and Jalen Brunson were the two main dudes in that, especially in the Miami series. I think if RJ didn't had a game to play a playoff that he had, Knicks would have got blown out of there because Randall wasn't ready because he was hurt. And I think if RJ wouldn't have had the playoff that he had against the Cleveland Cavaliers in Miami, Knicks would have went home in the first round. So, give kudos to him for that, at least in the play. He stepped up. Too bad he didn't have a great game 6 with, or whatever game 5, game 6 would have got us over got us another game in Miami, but it happens. I do think that this guy, the Knicks believe in him, man. They gave him $100-something million. You know what I mean? They believe in him. So, if Knicks believe in him, I'm believing him till he proves wrong. But let's hope that the brother come out here and have a more efficient year. He been playing good all summer. One of the better players in FIBA this year, man. And there was a lot of NBA players in there. One of the creme de la creme NBA players. But we had some good guys up in there, man. So RJ was holding it down. Him and SGA and Dallin Brooks and them guys. They didn't make it. The Knicks. Not USA or Canada didn't get to where they wanted to go, but they definitely was performing out there. So let's just hope that RJ can just be a little consistent this year, man, and forget all the other stuff and just help lead us to where we're trying to go. Just trying to. If Knicks can get to the third round, and that's a successful season to me. I just want to get to the third round. I think this steps to it all. We got to the playoffs in that first year, 4 games to 1. We lost to Atlanta. We came back this year, got to the playoffs again. We lost to Miami 4 games to 2, but that's the second round. So that first round, second round, let's go into the third round this year. That's all to it. Let's go out there. Things happen in the NBA, and you don't know what the Knicks might be by the trading deadline. The Knicks might be like, okay, we here. Now we got this. This is available. Knicks in a good spot, ladies and gentlemen. You got an Evan Fournier contract. A team might be saying, I'm ready to get rid of cap space at the trading deadline. Fournier might be about it. And a deal. No matter who it might be. It could be anybody. But Knicks got $18 million of good aspiring money that somebody's gonna want. Somebody's gonna want that. So whether it be yeah, he did, man. He did. G Money. He did play good in the playoffs, man. Real talk, man. I got to give him a flower on that. Much as we could beat him up, but he did do what he had to do in the playoffs, brother. He came to play in the playoffs. Real talk, and you can't take that from him. I don't care if you like RJ Barrett or not. You think he tried. You cannot take the fact that if it weren't from him elevating his game in the playoff the way it did, we wouldn't have got that far. And I just think that the numbers don't lie. And we watched them playoff game. RJ Barrett was balling. He was balling. Trust me. And I'm hoping he could bring that same thing to the table, man. We could do that. We'd be good. But he got to come out there and be consistent, man. We understand coming out of college, ladies and gentlemen. The knock on RJ Barrett coming out of Duke was he was not a good shooter. We knew that. We knew RJ couldn't shoot the basketball. Not that he can't shoot it. He wasn't an efficient shooter. He could shoot the ball. He wasn't efficient coming out of college. So this game was predicated, and Duke game was predicated on running up and down the floor with him, Zion, and Cam Reddish and them. They weren't even a half-court team in Duke. It was about run up and down like this here. That's all they did. So obviously they wouldn't. They had other guys that shoot 3 ball. That wasn't his game, but he knocked them down there. So we'll see how it goes, man. I believe in RJ Barrett, man. I'm an RJ guy, man. I'm a Knick guy. I like I said, I watch this man work hard, and nothing triumphs hard work to me. Nothing in any part of life. Nothing triumphs hard work. You know what I mean? Hard work will get you somewhere. As long as you got the mindset and the mental with it, and no matter what phase of life you want, hard work. And RJ put in hard. He's a hard working dude. I don't know what to say. So I take a hard working guy on my team any day than a slacker. A slacker. I don't want no slackers. When you come out here, you go hard and you go home. You go put the work in. With your jump shot ain't clicking, don't go home. Go to the gym. In the off season, don't be over. Be in the gym. And not these cats do that. So quickly the same way. Grind the same way. We see these guys all summer long putting in work. And that's why the Knicks was the fifth seed last year. They put in work. These guys go hard, man. They ain't out there playing. Man, we should be proud of this team, man. We went too many years of purgatory. We finally get to a point in the Knicks fan base and our culture where, man, since 2018, it's starting to go the other way. It was going for years. It's been going the opposite way. But when they tore this thing down and started building it back up, look where the Knicks is at, later. We was 1 or 2 games away from the Eastern Conference Final. You should be happy or proud of that big team, man. Real talk, for real. Because think about what we've been going through prior to Tom Thibodeau coming here. Derek Fisher, Jeff Hornacek, David Fizdale, this person, that person. 18 wins, 21 wins, 30 wins. Now we get over 53 wins this season with the count in the playoffs. That's growth, bro. That's development and growth. And the infrastructure is good. Good cap space pretty soon. Good tradable assets. We got all that. Knicks got all that going for them. Mad capital down the line, ton of draft picks, expiring contracts, and talent that can be traded to get some better talent. Like, if you want to move RJ, that's fine. But RJ is a talent that another team would take. They'd take that $20 million. We might don't want it, some other Knicks fan, but another team would take RJ because he's a talented player. He might, out of 10 things he do, he might do 1 or 2 things wrong, but I take 8 good things better 2 bad things all day long. He might can't shoot the 3 good. He might can't shoot, but he could do this. He could do that. He could do other things. So that's what these coaches are looking at. Okay, I don't need him to shoot 3, but I got 3-point shooters. But can he do the other things that he do? And I think we got players like that, and that's why I think the Knicks going to be okay. I think we got players that got talent, and we got good deals. So whatever happens by the trading deadline, we'll see. I do think these cats, they be okay. I ain't sweating the Knicks. I wasn't sweating them last year, and I ain't sweating this year. They got winning culture. They got winning ball players who want to win. The whole mentality of that team, and I'll get back to what we're talking about. But ask Deuce McBride. He always talk about the important thing. He always talk about winning. He know he's not getting burned. He probably want to say, I want to play 13, 15 minutes. But when you ask him, it's all about winning. When you ask Grimes and all these guys, it's all about winning. They trying to win in New York, ladies and gentlemen. They ain't trying to do nothing else. You forget all that, I want to tank to get good player. That shit is over. It's over. It is over. These cats want to go out here and win. They trying to win. And let's see what they do. I got 50 wins, definitely. I'm hoping that they can, catch a break here or there. If they catch a break here or there, then I think we'll be on to something. But I like the 3 guys we got up front, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and RJ Barrett. I'm happy with that. I ain't got no problem with that. They ain't Jason Tatum. They ain't Jaylen Brown and all guys. But you know what? They numbers don't get far away from the guys. And I think that's what's interesting to me. You could put these guys up against a lot. You put any point guard in the East up against Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson got just as good as numbers as any of them. And even when you think better than Jalen Brunson, how many point guards in the East scored 24 points this year? Shot 40% from downtown. And rebounded, had decent assist numbers. How many point guards in the East did that this year? Put up Jalen Brunson numbers. There's only 2 in the history, in the last so many years, have done what Jalen Brunson did. That was him and Steph Curry. Jalen Brunson and Steph Curry, but the only 2 guys in the last so many years, 24 points, shot 40% from downtown, from the point guard spot. That's impressive. So we got that dude right there. We got the quarterback. You know what I mean? We got the quarterback, and we got a bull up front with Randall. Randall, like I said, 24, and 10, 11 ain't nothing to see. And think about it. He done got us to the playoffs twice. So, it ain't about the numbers. It's not even about the numbers. Julius Randle has been in New York since he got here. We've been to the playoffs twice. He helped us. Julius Randle put the New York Knicks on his back in 2020-21 when he had Alex Burks, Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock. These not even household names. Randall put them cats on his back. Matter of fact, he put the Knicks organization on his back in 2020-21. 24, 10, all NBA, all-star, and we get to the playoffs. So with him and Brunson at the helm, you got 2 cats right there, bona fide 20-20 scored all day, every day. They both averaged 24, 25 points a game in the NBA last year. Them not no sleazy numbers. So you got that part. You got to get the Knicks credit for. We got 2 dudes right there that literally on any given night He can go out there and get you the numbers. And I think if Randall wouldn't have got hurt in the playoffs, we would have got them numbers. Period. There's no question about it. But the injury coming into the playoffs and the injury going in the playoffs hampered this game. But he'll bounce back. Randall, he's the dog, man. And now you notice with more talent, he ain't got to be in the lane spinning the ball like the first 3 years of his career, spinning in the lane. Because why? He wanted to put that team on his back, and he didn't have to help with him. He took a bunch of people other than R.J. Barrett making $9 million a year. Everybody on that Knicks roster in 2021 was making $5 million or less. Think about that. Julius Randle took that team, him and Tom Thibodeau, where R.J. Barrett just coming into his second year on a $9 million deal. Every other player in that roster was making under $5 million. And he took him to the first round. So that to me, that says a lot to me about and the willingness to want to be in New York, to play in New York, to take all the media scrutiny, all the hype and everything. The cat lived for it. So, salute to them, man. I think we got it good. I think we're going to be okay, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we just got to go there. Hope these cats can get to the Eastern Conference Finals. We just, like Nick 100 said, we'll see how it goes. That's all we can do. But I'm optimistic about it. I'm an optimistic person, but I'm optimistic because I just think that I see the proof is in the pudding. The numbers don't lie about what New York doing. They don't lie. 47 wins wasn't a lie. And I think they would have did better than that if it weren't for injuries and foul shooting. We left so many games on the table last year because we shot 50% from the free throw line. Just in a regular game, we went 12 for 24. Imagine we would have went 17 for 24, and we lost a game by 2 points or 3 points, whatever the case may be. That was our season last year. Then, like I said, Mitchell Robinson not being healthy a full season, things of that nature. A lot of variables to what happened last year. So I think this team could have been better than that. And obviously coming out the gate, we stunk it up because Evan, the same thing I said about Evan, I hope don't happen to Brunson, Hart, and RJ this year. I knew last year, like Evan Fournier too old in the sense to my leg while they're playing FIBA all summer long, coming to leave FIBA, go right to training camp, then start the season. And I knew his leg was like noodles. Evan Fournier leg was like this last year coming into the season because he played too much basketball to come out of the season into FIBA in the training camp. You done played all that basketball at your age. So I knew that was. Let's hope that don't happen to the guy this year. Salute, Noah Rowe. What's popping, my man? Salute. Hey, I wouldn't doubt I wouldn't doubt what the Knicks might do with that. Like I said, none of these guys on this team is about the name on the front, not the back. Anybody can get traded in New York. Quickly, Randall, RJ, for all of them get traded. I mean, anybody can get traded. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Randall's going nowhere unless it would have to be. Yeah, it would have to be a superstar player involved in that package to get rid of Randall. Because why would you get? If I was the Knicks, Jalen Brunson and Randall. If you go on big game hunt, now if you got aspirations, then you're not trading Julius. You're not giving up 25 and 11. You're not giving, and I wouldn't give it up. I would not give up 25 and 11. Ain't too many players putting that up there unless they superstars or they stars above star. They play off. This cat putting up 2 all-star numbers, man. Him and Jalen Brunson literally put up 50 points apiece together. 50 points together last year in their offense. Knicks ain't doing that. They ain't gonna do that. They probably say, no, we might not want to give them $300 million. Well, they probably trade them sooner or later. I don't think it'd be in the next couple of years unless it got to be something that's it got to be on some Giannis stuff. You know what I mean? Or people like that. I don't think the Knicks gonna do that. I think Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Forget all that, ladies and gentlemen. They here. They're here, and they deserve it. They put the work in last year. They're here. So we'll see. I think that's how we're going to go down in the Mecca this year. I think that 9-11-30 equal 50. 50 season for them boys. RJ will have a good year. I think a lot of these niggas going to show and prove. I'll say this here for the Randall Norrique and all that. I don't think he would be the main guy to win it. But like I said, you go get another guy that's better than him. That's a hard trio to stop. You got Jalen Brunson, Randall, and another superstar. That takes the pressure off Randall because, listen, Brunson gets it, the superstar gets it, and Randall gets it. That's tough to deal with, whether you like him or not. I think the problem is with Randall is he might not be that star, but look how his game was last year with Brunson. His game was smooth last year with Brunson. I think Randall and Brunson and another dude will get us there. I think like I know people don't like the Embiid thing. They don't like the. Let's just say if you had Giannis, Randall, and Brunson. That's hard to beat in the East, ladies and gentlemen. That's hard to beat. You got three dudes in your starting lineup literally could drop 25 points on your night. But that just I don't know what to say. That's tough to deal with. You know what I mean? So Randall don't have to be that main guy. But let's say it was Brunson and Giannis, or Brunson and Embiid, or Brunson and whoever, whatever guy you like that's a superstar. You add another dope player to that squad with Brunson and Randall. I think you legitimately have an offense that's hard to beat because any one of them cats can give it to you. And that's what I say. Much I love RJ. Can you imagine RJ was a super? RJ was an RJ, but it was a superstar. Only reason I'm using RJ name because he hasn't reached that level where Randall and Brunson is yet. But let's just say if it wasn't an RJ, but it was a superstar or another star, the Knicks would be good. Because sometimes, like I said, you can say what you want. If Julius Randle wasn't on the Knicks last year, Knicks was I'm gonna prove my point, and this is real truth here. If Julius Randle wasn't on the Knicks last year, the Knicks would have been probably fighting for the play-in. Let's put it like that. If Julius Randle wasn't on the Knicks and it was somebody else, who knows? That cat can play basketball, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to hype the man up to be some saber, but his numbers and what he did for this franchise don't lie. And he was, like I said, if he wasn't injured in the playoffs last year, New York Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Final. And you could book that 25. If Julius Randle wasn't injured last year, going into the playoffs, we knocking Miami off. And they didn't have Tyler Hero neither, we knocking them off. You can doubt it all you want to. Julius Randle, his game, they had nothing for him down there. Bam Adebayo was the only cat down there that really had size on that team. They could not handle Julius Randle down there. And you see the Julius Randle did them cats in the regular season and all that. So I think that's too much firepower for that team because even though they had good players, they still didn't have – they had Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and who? We would have had Brunson, Randall, and RJ. So that next guy for them probably was whoever it was, played huge for them. It was somebody who I can't recall who it was, but played huge for them in that series. And that really helped them out. But make no mistake about it. If the Knicks trade Julius Randle tomorrow, that's fine. But we could throw all the smoke at Julius Randle all y'all want to. The Knicks do not see it that way. The Knicks in the NBA and the aficionados in the NBA, the people who vote in the NBA, we could talk all that stuff that about you don't think Julius Randle could do this. They don't think that. They don't think that. The people in the NBA voted Julius Randle where they put him at. God, it's not too many power forwards in the East could do what Julius Randle could do. His numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. He winning basketball games for the Knicks, and he putting up numbers. I mean, you can't. You got to get out the field of emotion stuff about that and say, listen, that's facts. Julius Randle been here 4 years, 5 years, whatever. He been to the playoffs twice. How many cats in the New York Knicks uniform did that? Other than Carmelo Anthony the first year when Carmelo got here, took the Knicks to the playoffs. Julius Randle took us to the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. There ain't a lot of cats doing that. So, I mean, if he get traded tomorrow, I don't have a problem with it. But I would not disrespect Julius Randle as a basketball player, his numbers. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can't disrespect that man like that. Whether you like him or not, whether you like Julius Randle or not, you cannot disrespect his numbers in a game that he played for the New York Knicks. Julius Randle has saved us a lot of time. And that team he took to the playoffs in 2020-21, a lot of cats couldn't do that. Him and Tom Thibodeau took a mediocre team until they got Derrick Rose at the trading deadline for Kevin Knox. For Dennis Smith Jr. So he took Derrick Rose and R.J. Barrett, your main best players on that team, and took that team to the playoffs. Took that team. Come on, let's think about this here. A team with nobody but Julius Randle and a bunch of average players. And I meant they all was average. Reggie Bullock they ain't started since. Elfrid Payton ain't even in the league. Alex Burks nice, but look where he going, round and round and round the circle. Much as I love Nerlens Noel, look where he going through. $3 million here, this there. Julius Randle had them cats on his team. And every guy that I'm talking about right now, not even in nobody rotation. None of them. Except for Reggie Bullock. He didn't get a lot. And last year, he stunk it up. So every player that he had around him that year, that year, every one of them players, ladies and gentlemen, look at the NBA and see where them players is at. See where they at. All of them. And I tell you why Julius Randle had to work with that year, him and Tom Thibodeau. Had a bunch of mediocre ball players. When I mean mediocre, they not even playing right now, some of them. Some of them barely getting burned. So I think that you can't deny that. Julius Randle took that team. And now what happened when he get Jalen Brunson? Did they go further? Because he got more talent around him. So what happens if you get another player that's good as Jalen Brunson? The Knicks will go further. You got to think about that, ladies and gentlemen. You can throw the smoke at the man, but you can't disrespect his numbers and what he done for New York Knicks since he's been here. You can't do that. That's hyperbole. That's hyperbole. Julius Randle, that dude, man. He just they get one more player. The New York Knicks get another player that's equivalent to him and Jalen Brunson. The Knicks will get to that. They will get where they got to go. They'll get there. Because he put up the numbers when nobody else. See, who's gonna put up 25 for the Knicks that year? Who's gonna put up 25 a game? If Julius Randle wasn't on the Knicks in 2021, it was a lottery team. A lottery. Not playing, there was a lottery team without Julius Randle in 2020-21. And this year, if they wouldn't have had him, if it wasn't a player equivalent to what he could do, it probably still have been a playing team. You know what I mean? So I think it's so it's tough. But like I said, these cats, they that's where they at in their NBA careers, man. A lot of these guys, and you look at the one that was there with them and look at where they at now. I mean, that's just facts. It's like, look at these guys that was with him and look where they playing in their career right now. What have they accomplished since they left the Knicks 2 or 3 years ago? A lot of them just getting traded around here and here. And some of them not even really playing. Like I said, Albert Payton literally not playing. He was our starting point guard that year. He not even really playing in the NBA. Reggie Bullock got a good little $10 million deal to back up. And he started for us, but he was backing up in Dallas. So we had him starting here, but he was backing up in Dallas. Now he get traded from Dallas. Now he over in San Antonio. You know what I mean? So, you got to look at it like that. A lot of guys, they mainstay. They read Julius Randle up, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks didn't think Julius Randle was good. They wouldn't read him up. They wouldn't read him up. They don't think RJ good. They ain't gonna read. They wouldn't read up RJ. They don't, and they don't think Quickly good. They won't read him up. They probably read him up, or at least read him up to trade him. But RJ could have got traded in the Donovan Mitchell deal. None of these guys are expendable. Randle can get traded. Randle can get traded next week, and none of them none of them is not like expendable. Like they can't get traded. But right now, I would not trade Julius Randle right now. He took that man, got a nice contract. He got all top guys on the Knicks and not making over $30 million. None of them. That's impressive. So you got 3 guys put up numbers like that, and they're not even making $30 million. 23, 25, Randle, and then his player option year be 29 or something like that. But we got guys right now who make a $45, $35, $37 million, and Randle put up numbers like them. And he winning. So, let's see. Go get us one more player. Go give me a Joel Embiid. Go give me somebody who we can squeeze in that piece. Nice said. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't say why they won or who they didn't want, but I get you though. But I'm hoping RJ go out there and pop this year to help the Knicks out. That's where I'm at with it. I want RJ to go out there and get busy this season. I want him to be a better player, be a better, just be more better at what you do. I want RJ to pop. If RJ pop, the Knicks pop. If RJ pop, the Knicks pop. If Randle pop, the Knicks pop. If Brunson pop, the Knicks pop. That's what I want. I don't everything else don't mean nothing to me. I want the Knicks to get to where they got to go. In order for the Knicks to get where they got to go, our team got to be good. I just want our team to be good. All the feelings and emotions about the player, we can deal with that later. But I want these cats to win. There's been 50-something years since we won a championship in New York City. 50-something years since we won a championship here. And we can't keep recycling, talking about we want this. Nah, man, it's time to get busy, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe not for some of you younger guys who didn't experience the length of not winning, like guys like me who've been around for a long time, and we just haven't had a championship in New York in so long. It's guys like me who want to see one because we've been around so long. We've been around so long. We want to see the Knicks finally to win one. And right now they're in a good situation where the organization put themselves in a good position with a chance to do so. The Knicks got a good chance in the next couple of years, man. You know what I mean? The next couple of 2 or 3, they got a good chance to get there. They infrastructure is solid. They got a solid infrastructure. It's not a player on the market the Knicks can't get with their infrastructure if they want them. No, it's not a player out there because of the way they infrastructure built with all the draft picks, flexible contract, and movable talent. Movable talent. Like you don't like RJ, they can somebody will take him. Toronto will take him. He probably go out to Toronto in his home country and really go out there and flourish. You know what I mean? But make no mistake about it. He might not be no superstar, but he's a good player. And that's why the Knicks paid him. He's a good player. I mean, his numbers don't lie. You know, like his efficiency sucks. We get it. We get he can't shoot the jump shot, you know, all that. But the man continue to work on his game. And Jalen Brunson, he might not be a great defender, but he do a lot of other things good. You know, Julius Randle might not be a great defender. He might be but he do a lot of other things good too. That contribute to why they choose him the way they choose him. Grimes, we want to see him come out this year, out the gate, a little bit more efficient from downtown. You know, get your game going on. You know, I think Quentin Grimes should come out and have a great year this year. If Quentin Grimes and RJ can kind of hold it down this year for themselves, the Knicks will be a pretty good team. So I think they'll come out this year with their guns blazing and they do it. Let's see what's gonna happen. DiVincenzo, I want to see what this cat gonna do. Him and Josh Hart coming out the gate with the Knicks. Not like halfway through the season. Josh Hart literally starts the season with the Knicks. Last year he came here in the halfway of the season through trade deadline, whatever. But now we got him coming out the gate. So, you know, that's going to be a big difference from New York. You know what I mean? Things like that. Coming out of the gate with the chemistry, continuity, camaraderie, and they're going to go get it popping. So I think that's where I'm at with it, man. I just think these cats, people got to give them a little bit more credit for these guys than they deserve, because it's hard playing in New York City with us tough fans and the media. And everybody got media, but they don't got New York media. This tabloid heaven over here. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's tough to play in this competitive market when it comes to look at real quick. Look at my Giants. The other night, my Giants got their butts toe up. Now everybody done jumped off the bandwagon. One game, and then rightfully so, rightfully low. They deserve to get all the smack at them now, but it's one game. You know what I mean? And you know, and the Dallas, they defense was solid. I mean, listen, I can stand a Dallas Cowboys to save my life, but you cannot tell me a Gilmore and Stephon Diggs, no cats in that secondary. They got a solid secondary. Then you got Mika Parsons up front, blitzing like crazy. So they gave it to us the other day. And, like, you know, bad news for the New York Giants. I mean, the Jets, man. Sorry about Aaron Rodgers, man. You know, hey, Jets, for all you Jet fans out there, man, I know y'all looking for a great thing. That defense was solid, though. You know, but bad news for that. Salute to Derrick Rose also, ladies and gentlemen. Derrick Rose got married, man. Significant other got together, made a holy matrimony. So to Derrick Rose for getting that popping. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to training camp, ladies and gentlemen. And it's gonna be on fire like this from here on out. Like I said, going to see I got the new intro and everything for the show popping. A lot of stuff kicking off, man. So I'm glad y'all was patient with me and Shop Powell over the year, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all know that. And you know, we just gonna try to continue to grow. But the new intro to the show is fire. Gotta retire the other one, you know what I mean? It's been a year. So time to go into the season with a new smoke, man. This is smoke too. So bars popping off, production popping off, video all done by Divine. Everything in low budget Divine, but I got it popping though. It's gonna be fun. So y'all stay tuned for the new intro pretty soon to the show. And other than that, man, it's been good, man. You cats have been on fire up here tonight. Real talk. Y'all do it the right way, man. Y'all keep it going, man, and everybody take it valid. My take, your take, everybody take it valid, brother. Nobody's wrong up in here. We just like it's good debate. You know, it's not debate, but agree to disagree, or we see it one way, you see it another way. But you know, it's many ways to skin a cat, many ways to shell a fish, man. You just gotta, you know, whichever way you do it, Lord, you get it done. And next we'll tell you what we try to do. We just try to get it done the best way we can, the best way we know how. And that's what we're here for, man. You know what I mean? So I'm always excited being up here with you guys. But listen, I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll see y'all enough. Y'all look for the notification, man, and all that good stuff, man. But I like that show. What I'm excited about tonight, I really want to see what Roby, Nathan Knight, Wilder. I want to see what these cats gonna do, man. Big year for Deuce McBride and Jericho Sims. We need them cats to really, them young guys to really one of them cats to step out of pop, because if we don't make no move between now and trade deadline, one of them guys got to go out there and take grass of this thing, man, and say, I want this spot. I want this spot. One of them guys, whether Hunt, Roby, whoever, they got to take that spot because we're going to need them. You know what I mean? Especially when way Tom Thibodeau play. You know, that new rule they got with the NBA by sitting 2 stars at one time. You ain't gonna worry about that with the Knicks. That rule in the NBA don't even apply to the New York Knicks. Because Tom Thibodeau ain't sitting no 2 stars anyway. You know that's not what he do. So I think that's more like for the Clippers and the Lakers and the guys like that. But you don't have to worry about the Knicks sitting them guys, 2 guys at one time, unless they done clinch the playoff spot or something. So Randall gonna get his 30-something minutes, and so is Brunson. So but that's gonna be interesting. The competition should be better though, because if you're gonna, you get fined for the first time 100,000 to 250,000, a million or whatever, then they don't want to lose that money. So hopefully they don't, the lower management, they don't get out of hand this year, because you want to see competitive basketball anyway. I want the Knicks to. I don't want Knicks playing. I want the Knicks to play to beat the best. In order to beat the best, you got to beat the best. So I want the Knicks to play when the Celtics is healthy. I want them to play when the Lakers is healthy. Win or lose the game, I want them to play when they're healthy, because that way, when it's time to go into the playoffs, you got to kind of play the best competition. So now you ain't gonna go into the playoffs not playing no slackers. So you go in there and play the best competition. It bodes well for you. So I want Boston's best. I want Philly's best. I want everybody's best when they play the Knicks this year. Like that way the Knicks can give everybody their best, and we see how the ball bounces. I like our team, man. Real talk. So I ain't tripping. I like this thing. I like what we got going on in New York. And let's see if we can make a roll into the season. But it was good. Yeah. Whole line except for D Cool, except for my man Thomas. Not my Thomas. Who just got his money for the guard. Yeah, he good though. He good on his side. But Neil need to go though. That boy, oh my God, he was messing up. But Dallas had too much for him, man. But listen, man, y'all stay tuned and stay locked in, man. You know what I mean, man. We here to talking Knicks, man. That's all it is. We passionate, loving brothers and sisters out here talking Knicks. That's what we do. We Knicks fans, man, first and foremost. Then we content creators second, but I'm Knicks fan first. All 82 gamer and all that good stuff, man. So let's see how they do this, and we get it popping. Yeah, I had to let you know about that. I had to go to your channel, check it out, my man. What's good? What's good? Still Nick in the building. You know what it is. Ron, what's good, my man? Salute to my man John as well. One of the great podcasters out there, my man John. What's good? My brother Ron, what's good? What's good? They was. I like Giants got to take that on the chin, ladies and gentlemen. It just one of them nights. No making no excuse when they got their butts whipped. That brought them down to earth. Y'all, you got aspirations, but Dallas, 49ers, and the Eagles, that defense them cats got down there. Dallas Giants got to taste that on a rainy night, man. It was just too much speed for them, man. Our O-line was mediocre that night. Other than our boy who we signed, Thomas. Other than that, everybody else was, like I said, they were just. But you got to give Dallas credit. They defense. I mean, like I said, they secondary is legit. I mean, you got guys back there, man. Facts. You got guys like I said, Stephon Gilmore, Diggs. I mean, these cats got Pro Bowlers back there, so they're gonna be tough. Miami was high. Nick, my man, Tua got 500 something yards. That was tough. 49 looked good too. Yeah, we will, Nick 100. I ain't worried about it, man. I like this team, man. I think I know what it was interesting to me. I think the beginning of that game, real quick, them turnovers just turned the whole on. They just after that, they played good the first drive of the game. Giants went downfield, looked good. I wish they would have capitalized on a touchdown instead of what happened, fumble, boom. Them 2 turnovers ate us up, man. They really did. They killed us. But you know what? And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that, man. I know everybody get on Daniel Jones early, but I'm gonna tell you something though. It wasn't nothing he could do. It wasn't nothing. I don't care who quarterback was in there the other night. If that Dallas pass rush, but time my man was snapping the ball, them cats was in his grill. I don't think too many quarterbacks could have handled that shit the other night. They pass rush was too fast for the Giants, man. I mean, time my man, and you think about all the running he was doing. I mean, he didn't even have enough time for them players to run routes. That's what I think was really interesting to me. And I can't stand the Jets. Dallas. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stand the Cowboys, but I got to give them boys credit the other night. That defense is fast, cuz they was coming at Daniel Jones. Tommy took that ball and did a 2-step. It was it. They was already up in his grill. And he had a lot. So, it was tough, man. Weather sucked. Defense was bum rushing them all over the place. You could see the hit they put on Saquon Barkley, let that fumble that ball. Dallas came out to make a statement. They made a statement the other night. You like 40-0. You got to give them credit, and I can't stand them. so, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully we live to fight another day, and we get back at it, man. We hope we go down to St. Louis Giants to get it popping. But I know what, 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna be a fly on the wall like I'm in training camp. Knicks about to get it popping in training camp. It should be fun. The season will be here upon us before you know it. I'm ready for a good Knicks season, man. I would like to see it really go out there this year and perform, man. I know it's going to be some peaks and valleys. Hope it's more peaks than valleys. But I'm really looking forward to this team go out there trying to prove something this year, man. They got close last year. And they probably coming in with that same, like, we was almost there. We almost took another step beyond taking a step. They took a step the past season. So let's see if they can take another step this season. Who knows? We don't know which way it's going to go. But I do think that this team's going to come out and be competitive. I know that much. I like us coming out the gate better this year than last year. I really can say that, man. Just by the the way Grimes and Hart was there this year, they would be here coming into the season. Where last year the past season they wasn't because they was injured. Well, one was injured, one was traded to us. But like I said, we'll see, man. I want to see Deuce McBride. I know it's hard for Deuce right now, but I would love to see him be able to crack that rotation. But it just don't. Hey, it's a tough spot for the young man. When you got Quickly and Jalen Brunson hogging them minutes at that 1 guard spot. And then that 2 guard spot, just Quentin Grimes and DiVincenzo, that's pretty much a lot. RJ and Josh Hart. So we got to see what's going to happen with that 4 spot. But everything else is solidified. I mean, we know what the center spot is. Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein. Only spot up for grabs to me is that 4 spot. And I'm hoping one of the guys that we talked about tonight, whether Knight, Roby, or somebody, can go out there and if we're not going to trade for nobody, go out there and make it happen. Yeah, Enrique, that was a tough blow for the Jet fans, man. That was a tough blow to see Aaron Rodgers go down first game. Oh, man, I know that was tough. So New York sports team did not have a good weekend, to be honest with you, ladies. Only good thing came out of New York the other day was popping with the U.S. Open Coco Golf. Other than that, New York, Liberty lost, Giants lost, Jets will, but Aaron Rodgers got injured. Mets and Yankees ain't doing what they need to do. So this weekend wasn't too great for the metropolitan area, ladies and gentlemen. But we had a good year. But I'm looking forward to the New York Liberty in the playoffs, though. They got a good team down there over there, man. The Liberty gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough. Hopefully it's not regular season. It's not regular season stuff. It'll carry over to the playoffs. But Nescu and Breonna Stewart and them girls balling down there, man. I don't know what to say. So we'll see how it goes, man, with them. But let's hope that the Knicks get back up in the air. Nets got a good team. Don't sleep on the Knicks, man. They got a good team over in Brooklyn too, man. Obviously we don't want to be betting up. They got a good team. They're gonna be a sleeping team down there. They got some pretty good talent down there. So we'll see how they go. But listen, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank everybody for coming in tonight. Y'all got pretty much held it down for Shy Powers, man. It's all good. Y'all make y'all hit that like, subscribe, going out the door. Like I said, we got a couple of weeks away from training camp. We see y'all sometime later in the week. We get to come up with some more content to put out here for the fan base and keep it moving like we always do. I you know what? I think Nets was 6th seed last year. We was 5th. They was 6th or 7th, one of them. But I think they got with the talent that's around that team. I think they with Claxton, Kel Bridges, Cam Johnson. They got some good players down there, man. And Ben Simmons come back and play even half of what he could play. They'd be a pretty good team. They're gonna beat us. I don't think they'll overtake us, but I think they'd be in the mix. The Nets got a good squad down there, man. I'm telling you, they got a good team down there. They don't got the Kevin Durant's and all them people, but you know what? They got a bunch of good talent. They got a good talent. So I think the Metropolitan will be on fire this year when it comes to sports, man. Hopefully, like I said, I hope Zach Wilson can do y'all Jet fans a favor and at least make you respectable with that defense that you got. You might have to what they say, micromanage him or game manage him, but I think you can game manage Jared Wilson with that defense that you got there and over there on the Jet side of the ball. I think we good on the Giants side of the ball. I'm not too much. I'm not even letting that game bother me. I'm not too much worried about the Giants. We'll be okay. Other than that, we'll see how the Metropolitan go, man. I know I'm looking forward to this basketball season because the New York Knicks going to be in the building. And by the trading deadline, we really going to be wilding. Yeah, Norika, my man, real talk all the time, my brother. You know how we do. I will talk to you, my man. I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad you're doing okay. And everybody in the chat, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad y'all doing okay. Nice, ain't seen you in a minute. I'm glad to see you doing okay too, my brother. But listen, man, I'll holler at y'all, man. Real talk, man. On the next side of things, man. Thank y'all for coming in the building with me, holding me down, and all that good stuff, man. I definitely will see you cats. Say went to sometime for the weekend or on the weekend. Y'all know how we do. Me and Shop out to get ahead and cut it up with your brothers and sisters and get it popping. So on that note, I'm gonna get out the building. Salute to everybody. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, run out the door. Like I said, man, y'all, we got the new promo coming for the summer, the new intro, everything for the season. I meant to say, should be live and direct. Working on some more thing to make the show a little bit more video oriented, graphic oriented, all that good stuff, man. I'm putting working behind the scenes, man. That's why when y'all get a chance, y'all make y'all like, subscribe, notify, super chat. But I'm telling you that intro gonna be smoking. Smoking. It's probably 90% done. That new intro gonna be fire. So y'all look forward to that. But other than that, salute to everybody in the chat and everybody, you know, Nick Yak, you know how we do. Nice, Nick 100, Norican, everybody, man. It's my man Ron, John, everybody. Salute to the whole conglomerate in the chat. D Cool, Nick's one today. Y'all know how we do, man. I'm out. Divine, peace. I'll see y'all in the next episode, man. Let's get it. Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. Nick's real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, I'm dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we break the fan base, hit the links, amp your mace. We create the logo with those airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 Jacksons on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.